Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is April 22nd, and we are going to take a look at Palantir stock. I'm not a financial advisor. I just do this for fun. And to help me think out loud, it is very helpful for me to think out loud about what I see. It's making me become a better technical analyst. So I really appreciate you guys for listening, because if you were not listening, I would not be doing this. So because of the comments that you guys leave every day, I read all of the comments. And because of those comments, I'm continuing. Voilà. So Palantir was happy. Yesterday was a happy day too. So happy that Palantir gained 23 cents for 1%, closed at 22.86, closed above our 22.50 support. So it's always nice to have Palantir over 22.50. We have our last resort support at 21. Below 21, then all hell breaks loose. But over 21 is really nice. Over 22.50 is even nicer. So post-market down 2%. So I think this might be the time where Palantir starts or stops making us concerned about its trend. I've been seeing a lot more news about Palantir out there, so I think the company is becoming a little bit more well known. They have been awarded a what's it called, a contract, a big contract for $1 billion. So that's interesting to see, because when these things go into the news, then this influences people. It makes Palantir more known to people, and people look a bit more into it, and some people might decide to invest into it. So basically, let me tell you about a little bit of my philosophy. The chart tells everything. The chart tells the end result of all of the news and all of what people are thinking about the news and how they perceive the news. Because there could be an event, and some people might interpret it as positive, other people might interpret it as negative. It's hard to know how people will interpret it, but you know how people interpret it by looking at the chart. So the chart, the price, is the actual result of all of the news known by all of the people and the interpretation of all of those people together. So this is the big equal sign. You know, when you have an equation, you have 3 plus 4 equal 12. Well, equal something is the chart, equals the chart. The chart is the result, it's the total, it's the answer. So looking at the chart, we know how people perceive the stock. I like to look at news just to have an indication of what might be happening, but I will never buy a stock, or very rarely, because sometimes I'm foolish also, but I will very rarely buy a stock because of some news or some rumors on news, because we don't know how people will interpret that, and some people might decide to sell on it and stuff like that. So I like to look at the news and hear about the news just to have a little indication as to what might be coming and showing in the graph, in the stock chart eventually. But I make decisions based on the chart. So just to be clear. So let's look at the candle. Well, a very neutral candle. Wick at the bottom, wick at the top, a very close, a very small body, so not a lot of movement here. Let's go within the hour, at the hourly chart. So 9:30 was this nice candle. So went up nicely during the first hour, second hour, then third hour lost some steam, and then boom, 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 went down. Look at this. There's no randomness. Well, there's some randomness, but it's not all randomness. in technical analysis. Look at this candle. How come? Why did it touch almost exactly our support at 2250? Why? Am I controlling the market? No, I'm not controlling the market. But other people have drawn this line, and other people are making decisions based on this line. And some people said, well, if it touches that line, I'm going to buy. So these are people that are buying off of support. It goes down to the support. Some people decide to buy, and this is what's happening. So this is why support lines work, because this is a line in the sand that some people will use to buy or sell a stock. Well, support you tend to buy, and resistance you tend to sell. So this is exactly that in play. And also we have had this little double support. Well, we have a support at 21, we have a support at 2250, and we have this very little support that I drew with a gray line. It's a very little support at well, let me tell you exactly at what it is. It's at 2273. Well, let's say 23. Let's say 23, not to split hair too much. So at 23, so basically look at what happened. So during the day we opened, we opened here, but during the first hour we touched this, you see, just touch a bit farther. We went here on the fourth hour, look at this, boom, it touched this almost perfectly. Here touched it quite well, and now it's going a little bit higher. So hopefully it's going to keep going higher. Let's look at the indicators a little bit. So stochastic is at 37, not quite at the 50 mark yet. So getting up there, but not quite there. In terms of MACD, so we had a crossover for MACD yesterday. So yesterday MACD crossed over bullish. So that's nice. And the DMI, the two lines are getting closer, but it's still bearish. The DMI is still telling us that Palantir is bearish. When the green line is going to cross over the red line, this is the indication when DMI will tell us, okay, now we are in a bullish trend. So we have not been in a bullish trend in Palantir since really a long time ago. But that's fine. Oops, I think I just changed something. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. So we just have to be patient, and with all of the news that we hear about Palantir, maybe this is going to educate people on this great company. So thank you very much for subscribing, watching of course, liking, commenting, Patreoning, and Discording. I'm going to wish you a great evening, and we are going to speak tomorrow. I produce a video for Palantir every weekday, and also a video for Tesla every weekday. So you can subscribe so that you get the notification when the videos come out. And I'm going to tell you, à la prochaine.